Yeah. We're now looking at D40, and there's D38 and D39. Don't ask me which is which. You can see it in my GPS file because I have preset GPS files of them. This is one of my favorite places because there's also tumuli field over there, and there are many grave hills. You know, tumuli field is basically a field of grave hills. There are plenty of grave hills in that area behind those trees. It's completely full. This is really what I call the sacred landscape. And yeah, the setting is just very nice. I'll do the info part again. Okay. Emmerveld Noord, Emmerveld Zuidwest, Emmerveld Zuidoost. So that's north, southwest, that's southeast. D38, D39 and D40. A trio in a clearing. Most of the 52 hunebedden in Drenthe are in isolated positions. 16 are grouped in 8 pairs and 6 others form 2 groups of 3. The hunebedden in the woods near Emmen are such a hunebed trio. They are fairly small tombs. Around D40 and D39 you can still see some remains of the mounds of sand with which they were originally covered. This land is ours. Archaeologists believe that the hunebedden were more than just burial sites. Being so indestructible in design, they also served as permanent monuments for the small communities that lived in Neolithic Drenthe. Their houses didn't last very long, and the new generations always built their houses a bit further away from the previous ones, so the settlements didn't remain in the same place all the time. But the hunebedden in which the ancestors of the settlement's occupants were buried were always there. They were a clear sign showing that the surrounding land belonged to a certain group. One, two or three. It has been suggested that each individual group made use of one hunebed, but some of the hunebedden lie close together in small groups of 2 or 3. They are almost fairly small tombs, though some are larger. In those cases, several different family groups must have lived in the same area, or later occupants must have built a new hunebed near an existing tomb. The 3 hunebedden viewed from above. There used to be another burial dating from the hunebed era on the left in the woods, D39A. It disappeared a long time ago. At D40 you can still see how the stone burial used to be encased in a mound of earth. Well, let's have a walk and a look, right? I hope that you can appreciate the little info shields that I read, because else you might think, well dude, I only want to see the monument and not what I already filmed this stuff tons of times and made pictures of it. So there's plenty to find, you know, if you would Google a little bit, hunebed, and then the number of the dolmen you want to find more about, you will find plenty. Of course, I hope that my website will be a little more constructive and that I indeed will find a way to make it a little bit more accessible and useful for people that really want to find more about it. Yes, I'm not an academic, so, you know, I just make something of it. I like how you still see the cup ring around it. You see that? That's really nice. On photos that's very hard to get, but here, because you see the shadow playing more, because I can move around it, oh, I will walk completely around it indeed. You never saw it. I saw it many of times. I play there a lot with the kids and the dogs and the wife. All that is yeah, kind of gone now, not really, but me and wife broke up, so now I can make this nice field trips on myself, which is nice as well, but yeah, it's different, right? At least I'm doing what I love doing, that's a start. See, and if you move from here to there, By the way, that last dolmen I visited, I don't know if you looked at the playlist, but that's in that direction, and the long grave is in that direction. In that direction is a dolmen as well. But I saw this shield first, pointing out to these dolmens instead of doing the other one. And I really don't wish to spoil my GPS track, you know. So yeah, if I would drive wrong, because that other one is a little bit harder to find, then I have more work to do when I'm home, because I have to clean up the track. So now I just went for safety. I just can click upload and you simply have it. See, these are really small ones. I heard people also talk about that might be children graves, you know, because they are really small. But yeah, and they also say about this place, you know, even like the ladies of the mist, it gets foggy, of course, in these regions a lot, and these are also seen as the nursery beds and stuff, you know, where, yeah, but that's all local law, you know, where the white ladies dance and meet, and yeah, kind of like fairy law in Ireland, you know. Yeah. This is kind of the same. There are a lot of local myths around these things. Folklore. And a lot of it is kind of yeah, understandable. I study it all as well. I like it a lot. I like watching between the fields, so to say. To shove away the curtains on some occasions. Let's see, how can I make this look good so you can see it fully. This is a small one as well. See, here you have this one, there you have that one. See, you really see that it still is in a mound, really, because you can't see it topple out. And there's the bigger one, see, yeah. And then you have a bunch of grave hills over there. I'm just gonna walk over there. I hope they won't steal my bicycle. My bicycle is over there at the shield, but I didn't lock it. That's not so smart, but yeah, it's in a forest, you know. I hope it will still be there. There aren't that much people here now. And people that walk the dogs usually aren't looking for a new bicycle. At least I hope. Yeah. See, yeah, this is all within walking distance. I mean, it's very good to do. And of course, this trip I'm making on a bicycle, but you also could just skip the track I make and use the waypoints and park your car somewhere. It's not that far a walk. Of course, you shouldn't be completely invalid that you can't walk, but yeah, it's doable by wheelchair as well, by the way, because we took a friend here as well. He's in a wheelchair. So see, there you already see the grave hills, the tumuli. I don't know what's the proper word for it in English. Let's see if I can zoom in from here. Yeah, like I said, I really like this region because it's inspiring in so many ways. It's completely quiet now. Sometimes you have like busy days. It is after all a Sunday, a lot of people go walking. But it's nice and quiet now, maybe because it's winter as well, of course. Tomorrow it's New Year's Day. I think it's the 30th today, but I'm correct. I didn't really check, but it was the 29th yesterday, so yeah. Yeah, yesterday the bicycle trip I made, it turned out to be 50 kilometers long. I didn't know. Yeah. I just started and followed the shields. I still have to upload the videos and pictures to that as well. I already put up the GPS track. I hope you can see the hills. I find it always very difficult to get, especially in pictures, to get it 3D so you can see all the mountains. They have trimmed them really nicely here. The trip I made the day before yesterday. Yeah, I came on a very big gravel field, but they hadn't trimmed it. The sheep weren't there. So, yeah. They are having fun, right? Kids. See? Yeah, here you can see it. I think you get the general idea, right? Nice birch trees attached to it. Yeah. Well, I think this is enough for now because I want to film a little bit more. I don't know how much battery I have left. As I said before, I haven't charged it yet. I think I'm going for the next dolmen that's completely in that direction. It's a bit long bike ride because it's at the end of this forest, and this forest lasts a little bit longer. But at least then I have a nice bicycle trip. I mean, it's Sunday, you know, I don't have dogs to walk anymore, so I might as well cycle a bit. It's healthy, right? Look how pretty it is. I mean, yeah, it's not a punishment to be in this sort of landscape. And luckily enough for me, it's only like a 10-minute drive from home on my bike. So, yeah. Ah, there's someone with a dog. Stay off my bike. But yeah, I'll see you all at the next dolmen. At least I hope. I hope you enjoy watching these things and listening to what I got to say or read, so you get a little bit more information. Would be nice if you have stuff in your area that you want to show or share with the world as well. I think I'm the first Dutch person that does it in English, so the foreigners can understand it as well. So, yeah, at least I hope I'm doing something new. Well, goodbye.